After completion of the B.Pharm, Bachelor in Pharmacy degree, most of the students have two choices. Either to go for M.Pharm in India or to complete the MS in abroad. This video, what is the best for you? M.Pharm in India or MS in abroad studies? These are the two options. Who should go for M.Pharm? Who should go for MS? Now, just you have completed the B.Pharm. Now, this is the biggest question in your mind. Maybe the parental pressures, maybe the peer group pressure. Should you pursue for the farm in India or to go for the MS in abroad? And this is the biggest question in your mind. My dear friends, let me tell you one most important thing. Both options have their own advantage. At the same times, one options afford the affordability in terms of economic terms and the strong local job opportunities also when we consider about the young farm in India. But the second options offers the global exposure, the high salaries. I'm talking about the MS in abroad studies also, even the PR pathways also for the abroad studies. Now, let's break down in such a way both the options where it helps you make the best decision for your career. And that is the main objective of my video. Who or by whom should prefer the young form, by whom should prefer the MS in why. Now, my first priority, MS in abroad studies. This option is for whom? Which are the factors you should be to consider when you want to go for the MS in abroad studies? First, cutting edge research and technology. When we consider about that abroad study, it must be your liking. Take some top universities in the USA, like the Harvard University, UCSF University. When we consider about the Heidelberg University in Germany, and we consider about the Toronto University in Canada, Nottingham University in the United Kingdom in England, these are the pioneers in drug discovery, nanomedicines, and the clinical trials. If you really want such type of the fully advanced courses and its studies and abroad studies, or would you say the research, then imagine the working in such type of laboratories with artificial intelligence driven drug discovery models on the gene therapy project that years are ahead of many Indian research labs. If you imagine such type of the condition, if you imagine you are the fully in such type of situation, then abroad studies must be one of the choice for you. Now, second options for MS in abroad studies, high paying global careers. Exactly, high paying global career. You want to go for the global careers. At the same time, we compare the salaries with the Indian counterpart also. MS and abroad studies can get you a salary when you consider about the some MNC company in USA, the Pfizer's, Merck, Novartis. When we consider about the Canada company, Johnson and Johnson's, LPA, Apotex company. When we consider about the Bayer and Roche company in Germany also, these are some MNC companies. Most of the pharmacy MS in abroad studies get their approximate package ranging from the 40 to almost 80 lakh rupees. Again, it is variable from the variant. Therefore, second parameter, those students who want to do global exposures and they feel they are the worthy to get the high paying job, then and then they should go for the MS in abroad studies. Third options, post study work or PRA pathway. Post-study work, short form is a PSW. After completion of your abroad studies, most of this company they offer the PSW options. Means you could work for the either 2 years or the 3 years, and after completion of the your work, your employees, your companies, they decide, or you could apply for them for the PR, the permanent residency. Also, these are the very technical issues they will going to sort out according to the country wise, and they are variable from to variable. Even the Germany has other options, Canada has the other options, UK has the other options to become the permanent. In case of USA, the green card or H1B visa is there. These are the some technology, but this is the third criteria I would like to you consider while going for the MS in abroad studies, where you want to post study work minimum for the 2 or 3 years, or you want to PR options then go for the abroad studies. This is the strong three options I would like to share with you. If you are the comfortable with three options, then go for the MS in abroad studies. And last, one of the very I will say attracting for EMS specializations in emerging field as compared with the Indian young firm, the specialization like pharmacovigilance, drug safety, regulatory affairs, or compliance also. Germany, Australia, biopharmaceutical or cell therapy in case of the UK's, or you consider the precision medicines, AI in pharma. These are the very advanced technologies, specializations in particular fields, and these courses you could get in abroad studies, mostly in USA, Canada, UK, Australia, even the New Zealand also. Then these are the best consideration. These are the 4 points. If you consider this 4 point, then MS in abroad studies is the best option. Now, the second most important point of this video is who should choose the young farm in India. The completion of the B.Pharm now, by whom M.Pharm in India must be their priorities also. First reason, if you want cost-effective options and also very strong local job prospect in Indian pharma industry, Indian pharma company, then consider the young farm India is a great choice. When we consider about the abroad studies compared with the Indian young farm studies, is very cost effective, almost ranging from 3 to 10 lakh rupees whole young farm course you could complete in India, significantly more cheaper than the MS in abroad studies also. Second option, Indian company like the Sun Pharma, Cipla, Dr. Reddy's, Bion, or the Bicon or the Serum Institution, they are actively hiring young firm graduate in roles like the formulation development, EFMDs also, then regulatory affairs and quality controls also. Means the young firm for those students who want to be the local job prospects. Indian pharma company, they are the giant, not only in India but in abroad also. You could choose young firm in such type of situation also. And if your goal is government job, even after completion of your young forms like the CDSCO, FDA, or the drug inspector course, and this is the best options if you would like to after the completion of your the young form to join the government authority, particularly which are specialized or looking after the pharmacy field or the medicines or their control regulation. A young farm is the best option for you. Now, one more attractive point. Thus, I very simply language I mentions young farm and the MS. If you are very cost effective, then in India young farm is the best choice. But in case of MS in abroad studies, even they are offering the scholarship to use also. Like there are the scholarship in case of abroad studies. I'm going to mention the some scholarship like the Fulbright Nehru scholarship. This is the offered by USA, and full tuition fees waivers and the travels and stipend. Again, there are the number of the criteria when you apply for the Nehru Fulbright applications. Then you're going to check out all the criteria also. Next for Germany, DAAD DART scholarship. Full tuitions and the stipends premium it will going to provide to the abroad study students also. When we consider about the UK MS, then the saving scholarship is also there. The tuitions, the airfares, and living expenses will be provided through this saving scholarships also. When we consider about the Canada's and Ontario universities, the Ontario graduate scholarship or the OGS scholarship also there. These are the some scholarship. Therefore, don't consider only the cost effective factor is one of the best criteria to choose for the young farm. If you are very affordable education, higher education like young farm in India, then choose for young farm in India. Even abroad studies, particular countries, maybe on the merit base, maybe on the need base, they are providing the scholarship to you also. But for the scholarship in abroad study, MS, this is the most important thing. There are the some parameters you have to consider. If you like to have a scholarship, there must be strong academic CGPA almost near about 80 out of the 10. When we consider about the GRE, it must be 320 plus. When we consider about the IELTS score, it must be more than 75 band. When we are considering very compelling SOP and 2 or 3 strong LROs you are needed, and try your best to apply system the scholarship before 8 to 10 months before the intakes also. Yes, MS you'll get the scholarship, but for a scholarship, your academic performance, your just I mentioned CGPA scores, then your IELTS score, GRE score, it must be very strong also. Now the final questions, young farm in India versus MS in abroad studies, which should I consider? I'm going to summarize this point. If we consider MS in abroad studies, on which parameter you consider MS in abroad studies, one by one, which should be considered. First things, you should consider MS in abroad studies if you want global exposure and high tech lab. This is the first reason. Abroad studies for whom? Global exposure, high-tech job. Now, second priority is for abroad studies. You are aiming very high salary in US, in Canada, in Germany, or UK. Then go for the abroad studies. This is a MNC exposure you will get it. And third priorities, if you want the PR opportunity, permanent residence opportunity, international work experience, then go for the abroad studies also. This is the third reason. Fourth reason, if you are interested in a artificial intelligence driven drug discovery, biotech, pharmacovigilance, then drug regulatory affairs compliance, then even you go for the MS in abroad study. These are the 4 points. It must be appeal to go for the abroad studies. Now, choose M.Pharm in India. When you should choose M.Pharm in India, following reasons. If you prefer the low cost education, higher education, I don't have that kind of the budget for the abroad studies, then M.Pharm is best. Second, you aim for the government or academic based roles. In government colleges, you get the assistant professor seat. In government lab, you will get the government post also. And third, if you want to work in the Indian pharma company, or I could summarize it, if you want to be the job seeker in local market, you don't want to go for the outside, you want to be in India, maybe the personal reason or the private reason, then choose young farm in India also. And fourth one, you are not ready for relocation and visa processes. Many of the students, they have the fear in their mind about the English and maybe the environment in abroad studies they want to prefer, or maybe there are the family reason. Then for them, young farm in India is the best choice also. Dear friends, again, young farm and Yemen's, just I mentioned both have their pros, both have their cons also. The decision is final. You have to take the decisions whether I should go for the young farm in India or EMS in abroad studies. But most important thing, you should consider your interest area. You should consider your personality. You should consider your all the financial aspects also. Even though you feel uncomfortable, you feel unconfused, or I could say sometimes even you are very determined. No, I want to go for the abroad studies also. But before taking the any decision, it is my very sincere and honest. I could say not kind of suggestion or advice to you. You should take the advice of the any career consultant, any career counselors, or the abroad studies. Why I should go for the from why I should go for the MS abroad studies. This is the most important before taking any final call, either for the young pop or either for the MS in the abroad studies also. Hopefully, this is the very informative videos. I very pointedly mentions young farm for whom, MS for the whom. I believe you enjoyed the video. Though you have any doubt, you could DM on my following numbers, comment below if you like the videos, and definitely I will very happy to share to answer the comment on your questions also. Hopefully, we're going to meet in the next videos to understand or to get the more opportunity in pharma career also. Thank you.